Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below. So students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website careerscloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description.
Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for government schemes for the January month. Session will be quite interesting and important students, so stay tuned with us till the end. Let's start. First is, what is the total budget allocated by the Government of India for implementing One Nation One Subscription scheme over 3 years from 1st of Jan 2025 till 31st of December 2027. So what is the total budget allocated here? It is 6,000 crore rupees. Right, take a note of this, and this has been allocated for a period of 3 years. This also aligns with the goals of India, that is Viksit Bharat by 2047, National Education Policy 2020, and also prioritizing the research-oriented educational framework. Next, in January, Union Minister of Steel and Heavy Industries H.D. Kumaraswamy has launched the second round of the PLI scheme for specialty steel, termed as PLI Scheme 1.1. What is the implementation period of this PLI Scheme 1.1? It will be implemented from FY26 to FY2030. Take a note of this. This was launched at the Vigyan Bhavan on 6th of Jan, right? And it will be, this PLI scheme will remain open from 6th of Jan to 31st of January. Next is, which state has recently launched PARTH, that is Police Army Recruiting Training and Hunar Yojana, to train the youth for recruitment in Indian Army, Police, Paramilitary Forces and other related services. So this PARTH, this was launched by which state? It was launched by Madhya Pradesh. Take a note of this. Next, name the scheme recently launched by the Jharkhand's Chief Minister Hemant Soren in Namkum, Jharkhand, which provides financial assistance of 5,000 rupees for 2 months to women beneficiaries. It is Maiya Samman Yojana. Launched by which state? It is Jharkhand that has launched this Maiya Samman Yojana scheme that will be providing 2,500 rupees per month for 2 months to the women. Next, which state has recently become the 34th state in India to implement Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana scheme? Right, it is Odisha state that became the 34th state to implement Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana scheme. Right, very important. And this scheme will offer a health insurance coverage of up to 5 lakh rupees per family. Right, and additional 5 lakh rupees for the women members. Next, in which state Deen Dayal Upadhyay Bhumihin Krishi Mazdoor Kalyan Yojana scheme recently launched to provide financial support to the landless agriculture labor families? So in which state this scheme has been launched? This scheme has been launched in Chhattisgarh, that is your Deen Dayal Upadhyay Bhumihin. Next is, in which state Deen Dayal Upadhyay Bhumihin Krishi Mazdoor Kalyan Yojana scheme recently launched to provide financial support to the landless agriculture labor families? So this scheme was launched in which state? It was launched in Chhattisgarh. Take a note of this, very important. Right, moving on. Next, and one more thing, under this scheme 10,000 rupees annually will be provided to the landless agriculture laborers. Next, the Department of Commerce under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry recently launched the Diamond Impressed Authorization Scheme to enhance the global competitiveness of India's diamond sector, that will be coming into effect from 1st of April 2025. This scheme requires exports to have a 10% value added. All diamond exporters with a $15 million dollar annual exports and 2-star export house status or higher are eligible to receive the benefits under this program. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to 10 years of successful implementation of Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme in January? If we look at the options, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to Sukanya Smriddhi Yojana, which completed 10 years recently? If we look at the option A and B is right, C is wrong. C is saying to open a Sukanya Smriddhi account, a minimum deposit of 200 rupees, an additional deposit in multiples of 50 rupees, and the maximum deposit amount per financial year is 1.5 lakh rupees. Everything is right here, but just remember the minimum amount to open this is not 200 but 250, and then in a multiples of 250, and the maximum amount that can be deposited here is 1.5 lakh rupees. Now all the options are right. Next, recently Ministry of Finance announced the UPS scheme, that is Unified Pension Scheme, offering assured pension to the central government employees under the National Pension System, which will be coming into effect from when? This will be coming into effect from 1st of April 2025. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Andhra Pradesh and Odisha, launching infrastructure projects worth 2 lakh crore rupees? Here option B and option C are right, A is wrong. A is saying PM Modi laid the foundation stone and inaugurated various railway and road projects worth 19,500 crore rupees in Odisha, not in Odisha but in Andhra Pradesh. Now option A is also right. Next, which of the following are not correct with respect to the visit of External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar's visit to Spain from 13th to 14th of January? If we look at the option, not correct. A is correct, C is correct, B is not correct. B is saying Dr. S. Jaishankar delivered an address at the 10th annual conference of Spanish ambassadors in Madrid, Spain, centered around the theme of foreign policy with our unique identity. Is it correct? So all these things are right. Right here, Union Minister addressed not 10th but 9th annual conference of Spanish ambassadors. Now all the options are right. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the recent visit of Singapore President Tharman Shanmugaratnam to India from 14th to 18th of January? If we look at the options here, all the options are rightly mentioned. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto's visit to India from 23rd to 26th of January? Option A and B is right, C is wrong. C is saying that India Ministry of Communication and Indonesia Ministry of Communication and Digital Affairs have signed an MOU to cooperate in the fields of digital. Now students, let's move to some revision part. Next, who received the CA in Public Service Award from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in Feb 2025 for contributions to law enforcement and national security? So, Deepak Kumar Kedia. Correct. The Inspector General Headquarters National Security Guard has been bestowed upon with the prestigious CA in Public Service Award. He was a chartered accountant who then went to the armed forces. Correct, and he was honored with the award at the World Forum of Accountants, right? And this meet was held at Yashobhumi, that is the India International Convention Center or Exhibition Center in New Delhi. Next, name the short story book by Chaman Arora that was recently selected for the Sahitya Academy Award in the Dogri language. So, what is the short story book? Ik Hor Avasthama. Next, in Feb, Forbes India released the 12th edition of the Forbes India 30 Under 30 class of 25, recognizing 30 young professionals and the entrepreneurs for their impactful work across 19 different fields. Who among the following is not included in the list? In this list, Manoj Bajpayee is not included in the list. Rest all four are included in this list. Next, identify the sports industry news site that recently released the 4th annual list of top 100 highest paid athletes in Feb 2025. The name of that magazine is Sportico. And who is the highest paid athlete? It is Cristiano Ronaldo, a Portuguese football player with a net earning of $260 million for this year, and he was on this position for second consecutive time. Next, the 7th edition of the Sportstar Ace Awards 25 was held at the Taj Mahal Palace in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Find the incorrect one. If we look at the options, only B is the incorrect statement. Rest A and C are right. B saying Divya Deshmukh won the Sports Star of the Year in the female and also the Sports Women of the Year. Is she right? Right. So Divya Deshmukh. Correct? No, it is not Divya Deshmukh who won the Sports Star of the Year female and also the Sportswoman of the Year. She is Manu Bakar. Manu Bakar. Next, which of the following companies was recently conferred with the Forward Faster Sustainability Award in the Water Resilience category for its outstanding efforts in the water conservation and sustainable water management? It is NTPC Limited. Next, who was recently conferred with the UK the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire under King Charles III reign for his service to UK-India business relationship? So, Natarajan Chandrasekhar was awarded here. He is the chairman of Tata Sons Private Limited and he was conferred with this award. In 2022, he was honored with Padma Bhushan also. Next, who won the BCC Indian Sports Women of the Year Award 2024 at the 5th edition of the BBC, that is British Broadcasting Corporation Indian Sports Women of the Year Awards held in Feb 2025. So who won it? It was won by Manu Bakar. Next, who among the following was recently honored with the Governor's citations from Governor of Massachusetts, Maura Healey? Right? Who among the following was honored? Nita Mukesh Ambani. Right? Next, which of the following is not in the top 5 of Forbes India top 10 richest women in the world in 2025 list released in Feb 2025? So among the following, Savitri Devi Jindal ji is not among the top 5 in the richest women in the world list. Next, identify the initiative that was recently honored with the prestigious Scotch Award 24 for improving forest ecosystem and supporting the income generation. So what is the name of that initiative? It is Nagaland Forest Management Project. Next, Time Magazine announced its 2025 Women of the Year list in 2025, recognizing 13 inspiring women. Who is the only Indian honorary known for her efforts in conserving the great adjacent storage, that is Hargila? So, she is Purnima Devi Burman. Next, in January, RBI released the Payment Systems Report December 24, analyzing the payment transactions trends over the past 5 years up to 2024. Find out the incorrect statement. If we look at the options, only option B is wrong, A is right, C is right. B is saying that UPI contribution to the digital payment volume increased to 90% in calendar year 2024. So did it increase to 90%? Right? No, it increased by 83% in the calendar year 24. Now all the options are right. Next is, according to United States Green Building Council recently released report, pick out the incorrect statement. If we look at the options, option C is wrong, A and B are right. C is saying Canada has topped the list with 1860 LEED certified projects covering more than 25 million gross square meter. Is it correct? So it is China that has topped the main or this list, that is Chinese mainland, right, that has topped the list here with 1860 LEED certified projects. Next is, pick out the incorrect statement regarding the 6th bi-monthly monetary policy for FY25. If we look at the options here, pick out the incorrect statement, right? So A is no, here among the following, it is A is wrong and C is wrong, right? So we have to find the incorrect one. Now B is right. A is saying that the policy repo rate under the liquid adjustment facility has been increased by 25 basis point to 6.75%. No, it has decreased by 25 basis point to 6.25%. That was earlier 6.5%. Now option A is right. C is saying that RBI has postponed the implementation of the proposed liquidity coverage ratio norms and project financing guidelines till March 2028. Is it correct? No, it is till 31st of March 2026. Now everything is right. Moving on, name the country that topped the 2024 Corruption Perception Index released by Transparency International, measuring public sector corruption in 180 countries. So name that country that topped the 2024 Corruption Perception Index. It was topped by Denmark, right? And our country was on the 96th spot. Next, according to Bloomberg Limited Partnership, Asia's richest families 2025 index, Which family topped with a net worth of $90.5 billion? It is Ambani family that has topped the list in the Asia's richest families index 2025. Next, what could be India total natural gas consumption by 2030 with targeted strategies and policy interventions according to International Energy Agency report India's gas market report outlook for 2030. So what could be India's total natural gas project consumption by 2030? It will be around 120 billion cubic meters. Next, which of the following state is not in the top 5 regarding the devolution index report which stated about the status of devolution to panchayats in states and indicative evidence based ranking of 2024 released in Feb 2025 in Delhi. So it is Andhra Pradesh. Next, as per Morgan Stanley Capital International Incorporation's MSCI Equity Index of Feb 25 Index Review, Dash was added to the MSCI Emerging Market Index and MSCI India Domestic Index. So which company was added? It is Hyundai Motor India Limited. It was added to the MSCI Emerging Markets Index and MSCI India Domestic Index. Next, according to the Future Brand Index 24 released in Feb, which of the following is not among the top 5 spots? It is Disney Jet is not among the top 5 spots, rest all are there. Next, pick out the correct statement regarding the India's import and export data released by Ministry of Commerce and Industry in Feb 25. If we look at the options here, all the 3 options are rightly mentioned. Next, what is India urban employment rate in current weekly status aged among persons above aged 15 years and above according to the 25th quarterly bulletin of the periodic labor force survey for October to December 2024 and 5. Right, it is 6.4%. This is the Indian urban unemployment rate in the current weekly status for the persons aged 15 years and above. Next, what is the GDP growth rate of India projected by ICRA Limited for October to December quarter, that is the third quarter of FY25? It is projected to be around 6.4%. Next, as per the 4th edition of the Burgundy Private Huron India 500 list released by Axis Banks Limited, Burgundy's Private and Huron India in Feb 25, which of the following companies are not in the top 5? Which among the following are not in top 5? Infosys and HDFC, they are not among the top 5, rest all are in the top 5. Reliance Industries Limited, then TCS, HDFC Bank, Bharti Airtel, ICICI Bank, these are the top 5. Next, pick out the incorrect statement according to the Times Higher Education latest World Reputation Ranking report released in Feb 2025. If we look at the options, option C is the incorrect one, right? This is our answer. Both A and B are right. C is saying that IIT Bombay secured a position in the 151 to 175 ranking range. Is it correct? So yes, it is IIT Bombay, right, which was featured. This time IIT has not been featured here, right? So no ranking of IIT. This ranking was of last year. Next, which of the following organization recently published the report titled Asia and the Pacific Sustainable Development Goal Progress Report, engaging communities to close the evidence gap of 25, focusing on tracking the progress of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. It is United Nations Economic and Social Commission for the Asia Pacific region, and 169 targets will be targeted. Next, what is India's projected GDP growth rate for FY25 according to Moody's report titled Asia Pacific Outlook Chaos Ahead released in Feb 2025. So it is projected to be around 6.4%. Next, name the company that topped the ratings by Power Finance Corporation Limited for the third consecutive year in February 2025 for operational excellence during the regional meeting of power sector in India. It is Adani Electricity Mobility Limited. Take a note of this. Next, Bain and Company and National Association of Software and Service Companies, that is NASSCOM. So Bain and Company and NASSCOM, they jointly released the report Transforming India into a Tech-Driven Economy in Feb 2025. As per the report, by which year India is projected to become the high income nation with a GDP between 23 to 25 trillion dollar. It is by 2047. Next, mention the Indian airport that ranked 8th among the top 10 busiest airports globally as per the official airline guide report. That's the world's busiest airport in 25 released in Feb 2025. It is your Indira Gandhi International Airport of Delhi.